Good morning. So today we are in Westbay in Dorset, and look at that beach, it's just glorious. I think there's going to be some serious walking going on today though, because there's a massive coastal path. So that hill in front of us, there is the first hill that we're going to, oh no, that's the second hill that we're going to go up. That's the hill that shows on the trailer for Broadchurch, the crime series that was filmed here. That's the first hill we're going to go up there. Well, there's several hills. God help me, Palmer's away off taking photographs. It's a lovely harbour. So yeah, we're going to set off that way, walk around the harbour and then up those hills to the next little bay along and see what we can find. The harbour's all quiet at the minute, but the site that we're on is basically just a step away from the harbour, so that's very handy. The sun's shining, it's a glorious day again. It's a little bit windy near the sea, but apart from that it's glorious. I think we're up to about 24 degrees already. And we're going to take on this coastal walk with us, and then when we come back we're going to go up the other hill, which is that one, which is the one that was on the intro to Broadchurch, the series that was filmed here twice. I think there were 2 series of that. So as it's starting, that's the hill that shows them stood on, the detectives who stood on that at the beginning. And wow, then we had our own drama at Westbay, as this car had managed to slip into the sea. So as the driver was reversing to get his dinghy in the sea, he lost traction on the ramp at the bottom where it's a bit slimy, and the whole lot went in. Car, dinghy, everything. Now that's what you call a bad day, isn't it? Poor guy, what a shame. Fortunately he was alright, that's the main thing. Carrying on round the harbour, and when the harbour is better known as Bridport Harbour, and it sits at the mouth of the River Brit, and it's part of the Jurassic Coast, which is popular for visitors that go hunting for fossils. So yeah, and everything's there that you need, loads of pubs and restaurants, ice cream, fish and chips. So yeah, it's a lovely little place, really nice place to visit. Our site's just on the edge of the harbour, so everything was at hand. Lots of little trips you can go on. You can go on fishing trips or little ferry trips. Lots to do, tons.
So we just left Westbay, so you'll be able to see behind us.
We climbed the first hill. He's got me up the first one. There's 2 big hills, one at each side of the bay. And we're now at the top.
On our way to Heap.
Heap?
Heap, it's pronounced Heap, spelled E-Y-P-E. It's about a mile that way.
Is there anything there?
Yeah, there's a beach and a little town, I think. Yeah, so we'll head over there. So hopefully we'll be able to see Westbay behind us.
I hope we're getting a good view from behind. Yeah.
So so it's a bit blustery, but it's still fantastic.
24 degrees though, isn't it?
Yeah,
so it's a warm blustery, so we can cope with that.
We can cope with that.
Yeah.
As long as it's not raining, we're happy.
Yeah.
So, sun's a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've got it.
We have got it. Right, we're on a walk from Westbay to Ypres, and on the coastal path, and we've come across this beautiful site. We don't know how much it is, obviously. We're going to check that out after.
Yeah, it's called Highlands Park. Just looked on Google Maps, so
has a restaurant and a spa shop, and
it's got a bar on it.
Does look like there's a few statics at the back there, but it's
yeah.
But mainly, it looks mainly camping and motorhomes. Lots of hard standings, and if you go right down here along the coast walk, you can see right down there the site follows on, and there's some grass pitches, so obviously so you want the weather good for that. But there's some grass pitches.
We're assuming at this moment that is part of this site, aren't we?
Yeah.
But when we get there, it might be different altogether.
But whichever site it is, that's the view.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic. It's stunning, and so peaceful. Mind you, like we keep saying, the kids are back at school, so that helps. But
so we've just done about half a mile, haven't we, out to Westbay? So it's an half a mile walk into Westbay by the coastal path. If you go around by the road, I would imagine it's a lot longer because you have to go back to the main road.
Yeah, I think it might be a way to walk into town.
So if you're not
but there's a bus runs out main road, so you'll be able to hop on and off the bus. This coastal walk is grand at the minute, but you'll need a bit of damp, or you won't want to walk it on a dark night.
It's quite high up. I've just
very
seen a
high
sign
up.
that somebody's got too close to the edge in 2020 and fell off.
Yeah, so it is a very steep cliff side face. You won't want to do it at night. Even if you had torches, I wouldn't advise it at night.
Especially after a few Stellas there.
After how many Stellas you had last night.
Over.
Stella's himself half to death last night, didn't he? Didn't want to move this morning. But we had a good night. We are football fans. We like football generally, and we watched the West Ham game last night, didn't we? West Ham won the first trophy for how many years?
Oh, it's a while.
It's a while.
40 odd, 50 odd.
We're not West Ham fans, we're just general football fans.
Well, we have got West Ham friends, haven't we?
But yeah, we have friends that are West Ham fans, so we watched it with them in mind. And it was a good game, and they won, and they deserved to win after all them years.
So I'd cheer on every English team in Europe except one, and I won't tell you which one that is, so, because I get too much abuse on the channel. So. Yeah, we're just looking down over Heath now, and we can see the beach.
Yeah. And there's that site that was on the beach doesn't belong to this site.
No,
it's yet another site.
Definitely a different one altogether, isn't
but
it?
when we find out what it is, we'll let you know. But look at that! Look at the views they've got. It's just amazing.
Amazing location.
It is.
There are some statics on there, but there's also some tours we can see in the distance.
Stunning location.
It's amazing.
Look at that sea. It's just gorgeous. It's like being abroad.
It is. We don't need to go abroad when we get
We
weather
don't.
like this.
If we have weather like this, I don't think I'd ever bother.
All that hassle with planes and delays and planes getting cancelled.
Only being able to take 15 kilos of luggage.
So,
why would you? Now I've got my motorhome, why would you? I just love it. Any hesitations I had about getting a motorhome, they've well blown out the window. Struggle a bit sometimes cooking after, the kitchen space, but just try and keep it as basic as you can, and we'll get there, won't we?
Of course we'll.
Struggling a little bit at the minute with space and deciding what should go where, but we'll get there. And we've got quite a big motorhome, so I hate to see what it's like in a smaller one, but
they manage, don't they?
They do manage, and I think the kitchen generally is a sink and a cooker in any motorhome. There don't seem to be a lot of kitchen space unless you can buy something absolutely enormous at like hundreds of thousands of pounds, which we can't. So
yeah. And we follow the ex-poets, don't we, on YouTube?
Yeah.
And they've got an old 30-year-old Transit, I think it is, and
she manages, doesn't she?
She manages, and they're away for weeks and weeks and months even. I think
the trick is one pan wonders.
Yeah.
Get a big wok. Anything you can stick in a one pan.
Yeah.
Seems to be the trick for me.
I think that's what Sarah does, isn't it? She tends to do a lot of stir fries, and you just make the most of the facilities at hand, don't you?
Yeah.
And you're not going to start knocking elaborate three-course
Some
meals
do.
up.
I've watched some motorhomes. They make Sunday dinners and steak nights, and I'm sure I'll get used to it eventually. Whatever you'd like to call it. That's Eep, is it, Alan?
It is Eep, yes.
So there appears to be a pier over there of some description, a sea wall or a sea safe or something.
Yeah.
Don't know whether didn't see that coming, but on the way here. But yeah, it's a lovely bay. The water is beautiful and clear. It's lovely. It's a pebble beach, so you need something on your feet to stop the pebbles hurting.
Yeah, I think it's just basically like a sea surf, as they call them. It's
sea surf, yeah, just to stop the water. The surfers and the supboarders are just going out.
It's quite calm, isn't it? The sea?
It is. It seems to go very deep very quickly. It's one of them sort of bays, I think. Right. If I sound out of breath, it's because I think he's going to kill me walking up these coastal walks and hills. That's where we've come from, all the way across there. Uphill, downhill, back uphill. And the site that we could see, that they had a fantastic sea view, is this one here. I'll just show you the sign and then you can investigate yourselves if you like. Absolutely amazing sea views.
It doesn't seem, it seems pretty unlevel.
Does seem unlevel, and we'll take you in for a minute.
Slopey, and
there is electric hookups.
I don't think
there's any facilities.
No, and there don't seem to be any big motorhomes on either. So
there's a motorhome down at the bottom, and I don't think you get one up this top bit. But yeah, the views, as you can see, are stunning. It's just
quite a lot of tents on, isn't there? So you know, if
it's not for me. It's not for me, that site. I think it's a bit too steep. Yeah. Even if you had chocks, I think you'd be struggling on there. But the other site up top, I don't know if you can still see it now on this video.
That was Highland, wasn't it? Highland Park.
That was Highland Park. And yeah, there is lots of statics at the back end, but the front end, which I would say is the better end because you get a sea view, is all the touring, and there were hundreds of motorhomes on there.
There's big ones on there, so it must be quite easily accessible.
A lot of hard standing, a lot of level hard standing as well.
Right, folks, I don't know if you can see that view, but it's absolutely fantastic. So we've walked to now Thorncombe Beacon, which is between Ype and Seatown, and it's just some fantastic views.
So Alan nearly killed me getting up here.
Right round.
I thought I was going to die.
We just had a little lie down and a drink of water and some fruit. I'll just take you to the end of the cliff. I'll try not to go too far, so I don't want to fall off the end. It's quite a way up, quite a way up. It's absolutely stunning. Clear blue sea, almost Mediterranean-like. You'll definitely not be able to see Portland in the distance, but I can see as far as Weymouth and Portland, which is where we'll be heading tomorrow. Yeah, you might be able to pick out Westbay. I don't know whether you see the pier comes out where that's Westbay where we've walked from. But it's absolutely fantastic coastline. There's a wave, Carol. Yeah, well, we'll go back that way, but we just had to come to this highest point so we can just take in the views, didn't we, really? So I think we've earned a little drinky poos later on.
What, again?
Again? Can't have too many today, so we're driving again tomorrow. So driving day tomorrow. We're not driving so far, so
Alan brought me all the way up the cliffside, which was like, to me, like climbing Mount Everest. And then over here, once we get up the cliffside, there's a lovely, right, nice, easy path that goes round.
There is, but what can you see from there? You can't see what we can see from here, can you?
But oh no, it brings me up the cliffside and nearly kills me. But anyway, I'm ready. Right, so we, I don't know if you can see all those hills over there, but we've just done those. Well, we did the highest one. We got to the highest one. In fact, we got to the next one along, didn't we, Alan? which look down onto.
Yeah, we did a couple of them.
Which look down onto Sea Town.
Sea Town, yeah. We looked down on it, but we didn't go into it because we decided we're probably another hour's walk there and back from where we saw, and there seemed to be a beach there, didn't there?
And a pub, and that were it. So we got to the highest point, which is what he were aiming at.
Yeah,
he hasn't killed me just yet. We've just walked through Westbay again, which is in the background there. And further on that way in the background is you can see where our bus is parked. That's our site there. That's how close to town it is. It's brilliant. It's really good. And now we're on the beach again, and he's now got me climbing this one, which is the actual cliff that it shows in Broadchurch. Well, I made it, but only just. Wow, that's steep, and it's. I only had trainers on, which they're not good trainers. They're not like, you know, mega walking trainers or anything. And there's not a lot to grip, is there, Al?
There isn't, no. And you haven't fully recovered from your broken leg, have you, really?
No, I'm still getting a bit of pain in my ankle, so I found it a little bit difficult, but we're here to tell the tale, and I made it. Alan's just worried about how we're going to get back down now.
Yeah, well.
Because it were very, very slippy. But we're here.
Yeah, and it's quite steep, so when you're going down, you're trying to hold your momentum back as well.
Yeah. And I think I was panicking a little as well, because I was scared of hurting my ankle, so I think I made it a little bit worse. But
that's one for today. Let's climb for today.
The ankle's in one piece, we're in one piece. That's all that matters. Yeah, there you go.
It's a great view from up here.
It is. It's beautiful.
Let's have a walk along it, see if we can get an alternative route down the other end and walk back along the beach. We don't know. It's tricky going down.
It is, but I can go down on my bum. I'll slide down. I think getting down will be easier than getting up, Al.
Right, folks. So we're back down from the hill. We've managed to get Carol down in one piece. But it's very steep, as I say, and it's sometimes difficult. It's as hard to come down as it is to go up them, because there's nothing to hold on to stop your momentum, and we're a bit slippy on there. So we're back into Westbay now. We're having a well-earned drink, so we're in a great setting. So we're in that George pub yesterday, which, to be honest, we weren't really up to much. We only had a drink, but not the best pub I've been in the world. We're in a pub now called the Rice. It's in a fantastic location. We're right on the estuary that runs into Westbay. It's an absolutely fantastic setting. Got a couple of drinks though, so the bottle of cider and a pint of lager, which is about 13 quid, so you know what I mean. We're not getting tanked up in here, so we'll just have a flyer. And but it is in a great spot.
Did you say tanked up?
Oh, so we won't be getting tanked up in here, no. Carol gives a wave. She got down in one piece, and there's the proof. She's just enjoying a bottle of cider there. Considerable expense, but there you go.
Very nice.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Very nice.
As I say, it's a great setting. Just look at the menu for the food. It's
a fantastic seafood menu.
Yeah, it's a great seafood menu. A bit pricey, but that's the way things are going at the moment, isn't it? And settings like this, I suppose you pay a premium. So anyway.
You show them the steps down where you can go for a slip.
Oh, there's some steps down there. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just take you over here. So there's actually some steps down there into the water, but I don't mind a swim, but I don't think you'll be getting me in there. It's a bit. I mean, there's a shoulder fish down there. I don't know if you can make them out. Probably on tonight's menu. So yeah, so I think we're just going to finish the drinks now and go back to the site. Chairs are set out, so we'll sit in the sun, a couple of drinks, I think Carol's going to knock up an arrabbiata tonight, I think, which is one of my favourites. So a couple of Stellas to wash that down with, and I think we'll be a good end to the day.
So we're back on site now. I forgot to show you the entrance and the bar at the front because I was exhausted from mountaineering with our wash-up area. 2 sections, one in and one out. Your Elton points at the end of this block. Ladies are in there. Obviously can't film in there, but it's very clean. There's a lot of showers, there's a lot of toilets. It looks like a very new building, doesn't it?
It does look.
It's like a lodge or something, really. The gents are behind, but Alan informs me they're very similar. So you've got your Elson here, Ellie Elson, as I call her. And
laundrette in there, isn't there?
Laundrette in here, which I used this morning. Very good. Two dryers and 2 big washers, which I did use both, so it worked out at £7, but I put a massive load in, so I don't think it's too bad. It saves taking loads home. And then obviously this is the touring section here, and there's Dave, who's the warden, very friendly chap.
Nice guy, very friendly, very helpful to us when we're there.
Sells ice creams. In his little ice cream cart there. He tells you this is your rubbish area, and there's only one water point, which is a bit of a pain, so you need to fill up the water when you first come on. Rubbish area there tells you what the weather's going to be like daily. It gives you a 3-day rundown. Expecting a bit of wind tomorrow, I believe, but I think that's disappeared off my weather app at the minute, so hopefully the weatherman's changed his mind. Apparently they had a bit of a strong wind in the night last night, and they had to all come out and take the canopies in, but I was wearing out, so good.
We don't want any shade, do we? We want to sit in the sun.
Yes, which we're going to do now with
this is our little setup here.
This is our little bus, our big bus. We've just tried to get booked on again for tomorrow night, but they're not having us, they're fully booked.
No, they're fully booked.